Hello guys, I'm Nelson from Nel City Technologies. Welcome back to our channel. To our new subscribers and viewers, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate. And to our loyal clients, our loyal viewers, we really thank you for the support to this far. You've really made Nel City Technologies a great deal in the market, and we really appreciate. So today I'm also having a very interesting topic. I know this will affect almost everyone who owns a laptop, and even if you are planning to own one, this is a very interesting topic for you. Kindly stick around, ensure you watch the video till the end. Our topic today is all about screen replacement, laptop screen replacement. So we want to look at this laptop, how it is, and get to replace the screen. So this is a client's laptop. The screen is broken and we want to get to replace with the broken screen with a new one. I think it fell down, and this black spot here, it's too big, so the client can no longer use this screen because of the big patch around here. So the other side is black, this other side is white, but still there's nothing you can see around this part. So we want to do a practical explanation on how to do it step by step. I know most of you have been wondering how a laptop screen looks like, and most have just seen a laptop from the outside but haven't seen how it looks like from the back. Do you think there are wires at this side of the back or not? So let's dive into it and see how we'll approach the process. And now we want to look at how do we identify types of screen. I'm assuming now you are a client who is at a distance, let's say Kisumu, and you want to order from us. So you will, by end of this video, you will be able to identify the different types of screens and how you look at the models, so that when making a call to order online, it will be very easy for you to order the exact same screen as your laptop, so that we don't send you a wrong one. So the first thing we look at, is size of the screen. So we have different sizes of the screen. So first, let me note, these are not new screens. For these examples, I'm not using new screens. These are screens that were removed from a client's laptop. So don't be surprised it looks old and dusty. So these are not new screens, but the one we'll be replacing on the laptop will be a new screen. The first one, you can see this, and this other one, the size is different. You can see that. If I also get another last one here, the size is also different. You can see the ones I'm carrying, we have 3 different size of screens. So number 2, we identify a screen basing on thickness. As an example, look at this margin and look at this other margin. Look at this thickness. Also, we identify a screen based on number of pins. By number of pins, I mean this is the point where the display cable will be inserted at this connection here. So if you are keen, there are some dotted lines or some lines at the back of this pin somewhere here. For this case, this is a 40 pin screen because of the number of joints at this point. Unlike this other one, if you look at this other one is a 30 pin type of screen. 30 pin. So if I resemble the two, you can see one is slightly bigger. If I align them, one is slightly elongated and the other one is short. So you can see the first one is 40 pin, the next one is 30 pin. So we also identify a screen basing on the number of pins. The number of pins will determine which kind of screen am I ordering, which kind of screen will go to which kind of laptop. So you can't use a 40 pin screen in a laptop that requires a 30 pin screen, because the fiber will now be shorter, hence it can't send signal from the motherboard to the screen. Or a number two, during that confusion, you will cause damages to the laptop. Another thing, we base screen type depending on laptop models. Different models have different types of screen. So if you are not sure about your type of screen, you can actually Google it online from laptop model. As an example, I'm assuming I have HP 840G3. I can actually, most of you know how to use ChatGPT. You can actually Google which model does HP EliteBook 840G3 screen use. So you find your answer. The answer will be given will be based on the size of the screen, then model of the screen, and the number of pins. If you are not sure about the size, there are normally these writings at the back of every screen. So if you are keen enough, you will always be given the size. Like at this point, we have LTN 140. So this is actually 14.0. So others will write 140 or 14.0. Okay, so this is the size of this screen. And number two, let's also look at this other one. So if you are keen enough, look at this model number B1 11.6. So 11.6 means it's 11.6 screen size. Let's also look at another one. Look at this one. So if you are keen, this one will also look at this part. This is the model. If you can see, here is 156. This is 15.6 screen size. So comparing the three, this 15.6, this other one is 14.0, so it's smaller. This other one is 11.6, so it's way smaller. So let me compare also with another one and see. So if you read this, this is model number B1 125. So 125 is 12.5. Now let's compare 12.5 and 11.6. Are they the same or different? So you can see one is actually smaller than the other. So this proves our point that screens have different sizes. Hope you've learned something. How to identify screen types. We have size, we have model number, we have number of pins. Okay, then we have thickness. For example, I know some of you may be wondering, why is this cable here? So these two screens are of the same size. You can see these screens are of the same size. They are exactly the same. They are exactly the same. Let's have a look at the numbers. So you can see this one, the model number is 156, that is 15.6, and this other one is also 156, that is 15.6. So if we align them, they are the same size, but our difference comes in at this point. If you are keen enough, these two boards have different motherboard conformation here, though I'll not go into that so as not to bring a confusion, but I want us to be keen at this point. So one has a cable, the other one has no cable. So this is a 15.6 normal screen, but this is a 15.6 normal inverter screen. So this is an inverter fiber cable. So this is what helps to regulate lighting for this screen. But for this one, this cable joins with an inverter module to help regulate the light from this screen. But for this, everything has been conformed to the motherboard here. So it has a layer for supporting the light, so it doesn't need this. What you should know is that screens have different sizes, screens have different models, screens have different pins. So I'm assuming my laptop has this screen, but remember, there are no wires we've seen. This is how the back of a screen look like. There's only a motherboard here, motherboard module at this point, but there are no wires. So never imagine a screen having so many wires at the back, or your laptop has so many wires. No. So ordering a screen entails the features we've looked at. And number two, how do I now name this screen when making an order? So I'll consider the size, the thickness, and the number of pins it has. So as an example, I'm now making a call to Nail City Technologies. I'll say this: hello, I need a 15.6 normal screen with 40 pin. Okay, so with that, I'll be able to know this client needs a certain type of screen. For example, for this other one, I'll read at this point and see 14.0. So I'll say I need a 14.0 slim 30 pin screen. Same to this one will be ultra slim because of lack of the framing work. So you can see from this one was from a machine, but it was now glued with this tape here. But this other type, we use screws to tie them. This other type, we use screws to tie them. So screens are really fragile. When transporting them, you also need to be keen. Also, when ordering, ensure you alert them to package it well so that there are no damages or complaints later on. Having looked at how to identify different types of screen, let's now dive into the main aim of doing this video: how to replace a screen. For our case example, we'll use HP 14 notebook. This one, it's a client machine, and as I had shown you, the screen is broken, and we have now to replace it with a new one. So let me show you the new screen. So here is the new screen. From this, for easy identification of the screens, because we have so many in store, so this is written 14.0 slim 30. So that's how you make an order for screen, even while ordering from online shops. So you look at the size, the thickness, and the number of pins at this point. So this is 14.0 slim 30 screen. Before you do anything on screen replacement, you have to first take some precautions. One, ensure the laptop is plugged out of the charger. If that is, it is connected, ensure you have disconnected the laptop from the power unit or power source. That's the first major precaution. Number two, ensure the laptop is shut down. First, I'll have to switch this off. After switching it off, I'll ensure I've removed the battery. So I'll remove this battery. So this is the battery, I've removed it. So this our laptop, no battery, no power source. So it's safe to remove it. So number three, look, begin, start by studying your laptop. Which type of screen? As an example, you can see this. It has this plastic frame around it. So for this, it will be simpler to work on it. So first, you start by removing this barrel around here. This plastic, it's called a plastic barrel or a screen frame. So you need to have a scalpel to help you remove the hooks around it. So now when the hooks are off, you can easily remove the screen. And finally, this is how the plastic frame looks like. So you can see here is our screen. So the frames we talked about are at this point. So we'll have to first remove this at that point. I can now comfortably lift the screen. I'll now lift the screen bit by bit so that I can show you the back side. So you can see there are actually no wires at this point. This is just the plastic side of the laptop. These are the hinges. These are the hinges that support the screen. You can see that frame here and this other one. So these ones help to support this body and hold the screen to this point. So our screen is linked to the motherboard via this display cable. So let me remove this tape from here so that we can comfortably see what's happening. So this cable links the screen to the motherboard. So this cable passes through here, through the hinges, then to the inside of this casing, then to the motherboard. Here is our old and broken screen. The next step is about checking our screen. First, we have to remove it. Secondly, we have to check to be sure that there are no damages before we do any other thing. There are no dents. It hasn't fallen while on transit. For your case, if you order, then ensure that there are no scratches. You can see some, for this case, you can see some bubble like stuff here. So this is just the film that has been put in place to protect this screen from scratching. So during the replacement process, we'll actually remove this after tying the screen into position. So first, so it will be easy. It is easier doing this process when the laptop is facing you, but now I'm doing it this way because of the demonstration purposes. So when connecting this, ensure it's very well aligned in a straight line. It should not be at an angle. For this case, ensure you insert it completely so that it gets to be straight. The joint and the cable are parallel to each other. And also have a tape and keep this into position so that it doesn't come off in future when you are moving around with your laptop, and keep that into position like that. Then we now want to return back the screen. So you have to align the cable back to where it was. It's simple and elaborate, and ensure the screen is back into position. So ensure all the points are aligned and well fitted around the screen. Then you can now screw it back. Before you return everything, first plug in the charger and test. Is the display okay? Our charger there, it shows power indication here, white. We'll now power on our laptop in order to see is the screen that we've replaced okay. So after powering on, you can now see the screen is okay. They are writing on the screen, Windows has entered into a problem. So we'll ensure after working on the screen, we'll install the Windows for the client, ensure the machine is fully operational. But now, after looking at this and ensuring the screen is fitted well and it's operational, you can now remove the wrapping so that we don't have this bubbles here. If we leave this, the bubbles will be so irritating to the client when they are using the laptop. Our screen is now smart. So I will power it off, then unplug the charger from the laptop. Back into position. So we can again test our screen to ensure now we haven't caused any damage while returning this. So let's also test again. You can see it's okay, just as we had tested. Now we can power it off, return the battery, and install for our client Windows and ensure the laptop is fully operational. So let's power off, remove the power, insert back the battery. So our laptop screen has been successfully replaced. So this was our faulty screen and we've replaced a new screen. So you can see it's okay, it's functioning. We can now work on the laptop, the software installation. So I hope to this point you've learned how to replace a screen, and you've also learned the types of screen and how to make an order of a screen. So we deal in screen replacements, we sell new screens. You can order from us from our social media platforms, and also you can call our number that will be listed down below, or visit our shop at Nail City Technologies, Ambwere Furaha building, first floor. We do computer repairs too. If you have any issue regarding your laptop, kindly contact us. Thank you so much for watching to this point. I really appreciate. Kindly share our video, like, and subscribe to our channel.